that he obviously knows you're all hurt and everybody's hurt, but he was trying to make it, there were positives because what was achieved this season, given everything else that happened. Can you get there? Can you start to feel that right now, or is it still just a loss?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's such a weird, emotional roller coaster you go through. You know, everything you've gone through with this team for what it feels like, 25 weeks in a row. And then to just end it, I think it takes time to process everything because it just comes to an end. What I will say is this is, in all my years playing, one of the proudest I've ever been to be a part of a team. And it's this team, and I love everybody in that locker room.
Christian, given all the stuff you guys had to go through, the injuries and whatnot, I know it's probably the first time, but how do you process just the fact that you've got this far, with the other guys you were to replace stars?
Yeah, I think just you process it with time. Obviously it wasn't our day, man. I mean, we didn't play good enough to win, and obviously that stings and that hurts right now. But I think with time, you learn to appreciate everything that happened this season and all the people that made it happen. And again, I feel very fortunate to be a part of this football team.
Christian, you guys have been banging heads since July. How much time do you give yourself away from training before you get back into your off-season grind?
I don't know, man. Probably a couple weeks, and I haven't thought about that yet.
When did the stinger occur?
Pretty, a couple early, and then just kind of kept getting worse, and to check out what it is. But gave it everything I had, and just wasn't working.
You were out on the second snap. I mean, did it happen that early? Like
No.
First play?
No.
Christian, Kyle said that your season this year is one of the single most impressive individual performances he's seen, just in the workload that you took on. How much did this season mean for you to come back from what you did and be able to play a whole season and do what you were able to?
Yeah, I think I'll again, just once takes time to process this stuff. This was one of the hardest years of my life, and everything that happened to me last year, and kind of had to overcome a lot of odds. And from the time January 1st happened, I was rehabbing and working my butt off every single day. My wife went through it. There was not a lot of time off, and so again, I think it's obviously we're not proud of the way it ended, but when I look back at all the people that helped me out and the people that were with me every step of the way and believed in me when a lot of people didn't, I appreciate that, and just really grateful for my family, my friends, and everybody in that locker room. But again, it's just hard to process everything right now. Right now, it just sucks to lose, but go hang out with those guys and on the plane and process it how we will.
Christian, can you just share how challenging it was for you physically to be ready to play week to week? Because I know in the beginning of the season, a lot of us were wondering, are you going to be ready for game one? And here you are at the end of the season, stay healthy.
Yeah, I mean, I think, every year, every week presents different challenges, some harder than others. But at the end of the day, man, we're all going through stuff. Everybody in there's fighting. Having 3 short weeks in the last 4 weeks has not been easy. But, we got a group of grinders who will go out there and fight whenever.
How proud are you of the young members of this team that weren't necessarily ready to start at the beginning of the season?
Really proud of them. Really proud of them, and excited to watch them in the future because, there's extreme upside to get that experience as a young player, and this team is extremely valuable. So proud of every single one of them, and love them.